The next scientist we will be studying about is Henry Moseley. The previous scientist that we spoke about was Daubigny, followed by Newland, and then we saw Mendeleev. And all the three had arranged all the elements that were there known during their time according to the atomic masses. Henry Moseley thought differently. Okay, he arranged the elements according to the increasing order of the atomic number and not atomic mass. Okay, and after he did that, we find that everything, all the limitations that the previous scientists had encountered fell in place and it was properly arranged. That means we find out finally that atomic number is the more fundamental and basic property than atomic mass. And that is why we have the law that Henry Moseley gave us, that the properties of the elements are a periodic function. And when I say periodic function, I mean that the properties keep repeating after a fixed interval of time. So properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number and not atomic mass. Okay, so if you look at this, Mendeleev's law, physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic function of the atomic mass according to him, whereas according to Moseley it is according to atomic number. Okay, so here we got the modern periodic table as of today, and we'll see that all the anomalies that were there in or limitations that were there in Mendeleev's periodic table have been eliminated. For example, hydrogen, okay, is placed here along with lithium, sodium. Okay, isotopes, all isotopes, since they have the same atomic number, they will be placed together. There was no need to worry about where to place the other isotopes. All have the same atomic number, so they'll be placed together. All right. Manganese is placed correctly over here. It's not placed along with the other. And if you see cobalt and nickel, cobalt's atomic number is 27 and nickel's is 28. So correct position of cobalt is before nickel and not after. So if you look at Mendeleev, by mistake he placed them that way, but it turned out to be correct according to the modern periodic table. Okay, so now let us look at the modern periodic table and what we must know about it. Okay, we don't need to study the whole table by heart. There's no need. Certain things we need to know about. Okay, now if you look at the lines like this, okay, so in the first, this kind of horizontal rows that we have, these horizontal rows, they are given a name. They are called as periods. So if we have, okay, how many periods? Let's see. This is the first period. First period has two elements, hydrogen and helium. Second period, the second period has how many elements? Let's check. Got lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. That means 8 elements. Third period has got sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. Again 8. Okay. Fourth period has over here we'll have to see how many. Okay, calcium, potassium, calcium, and so on. All these. Fifth period, sixth period, seventh period. So first thing you need to know is what is a period. Period are all the elements in one row. Okay. Now, why only hydrogen and helium are placed in this row? Why not lithium also? There's so much of space, right? But hydrogen and helium, these, if you see, they have got only one shell. Okay, when we draw the structure of hydrogen, it has got only one shell with one electron. Helium has one shell with two electrons, but they have only one shell. So all elements which have one shell are placed in the first period. Likewise, all elements which have two shells, that's why the period number matches with the shell number. So lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, when you're drawing these elements out, you will notice we'll have to draw only two shells. Okay, whereas if you look at this third period, it has sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, etc., right up to argon. And when you draw these elements, you will notice that they all have three shells. Likewise, we can say that all the elements over here in the fourth period have 4 shells. Elements in the fifth period have 5 shells. Elements in the sixth period have 6 shells. Element in the seventh period have 7 shells. So how many periods are there in the table? There are 7 periods. Now you'll wonder what are these two lines down over here. So this top line a